streets talk and the reels roll. This is more than a podcast, baby. It's a revolution with the rhythm and video. You're home for the baddest films of the 1970s and beyond. Today's episode is our Blaxploitation Citation Awards. Now let's get into it.
Welcome to the Black Deth 101 podcast, where the streets talk and the reels roll. We dissect our favorite blaxploitation films that saved Hollywood and still influence it today. I am your host, Nubius Black, and giving him 5 on the right-hand side, my brother from another mother, Johnny Deth. What's up, young man? What's going down?
Hey, Nubius. Welcome back. Cool cats, bad mamas, righteous brothers, and all you funketeers out there keeping the vibe alive. I'm Johnny Deth. That's Nubius Black. And we are Black Deth 101, the Blaxploitation podcast. And dig this. For the first time in the history of this show, you can see us.
Live and in living color.
After a year of hiding safely behind microphones, artworks, and the comforting anonymity of audio, Black Deth 101 has gone video. So now when Nubius looks at me like I've completely lost my damn mind, you can see it happen in real time. And what better way to kick off this new video era than with the biggest, the baddest, funkiest celebration we've ever attempted? Because tonight we're rolling out the black carpet for the first annual Blaxploitation Citation Awards.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. We're going to be celebrating these films that got a pass back when they first came out, that are getting some kind of play today and are like a niche deal. We're going to try to bring all that into the forefront and let everybody know that, you know, these films were important and they're definitely going to be celebrated today. And why not? Because without these films, there's a lot of things that wouldn't be happening today. We talk about it all the time. You like Jordan Peele. Jordan Peele's great. Wouldn't have him without these films. You wouldn't have Tyler Perry without these films. You wouldn't have a lot of actors out there, hardworking actors, without these films. They took these jobs. They took chicken shit and turned it into chicken salad. This is what we're talking about. We're going to celebrate that today with this show. But before we get started, I got some shout outs I want to give out that I've seen on the Facebook page. I want to give a shout out to William Tozzi, Funketeer all the way. Thank you, William Tozzi, for all your support. William J. McKinley. That guy's been on us from day one. So y'all need to follow these guys. They know what time it is. They know what we're up to. They know what we're doing. I would like to thank Carolyn Glenn, a mate of mine from back when I was a child. I'm glad she found us, very down with the cause. She's one of those super funky soul sisters that supports the Black Deth 101. I'd also like to thank Cookie Johnson Smith, which is a weird plug because, let's face it, full disclosure, she's my sister. And I'm impressed that she's actually following me on this because she doesn't follow me on anything. But she follows me on this, so I'm going to give her a shout out so she can tell her friends and her coworkers to get on the funky soul train of the Black Deth 101 podcast. Johnny, back to you.
Yeah, maybe a quick shout out to, I think his name is King Sing over on YouTube. He was worried that we didn't exist. He loves the show, but he was starting to think, are you guys AI? All this because I mispronounced Richard Roundtree's name. I occasionally stutter and stumble, folks, but here we are.
Yeah,
live,
we're not AI.
in person.
We're not even intelligent. Fuck artificial. We barely fucking natural intelligent.
Oh, man. So we're going to get ahead now with our awards. And if anybody here starts thanking their agent, we're throwing their ass out. Because these are the citations. They ain't the Academy Awards. We don't have an orchestra to shut us up. This is our chance to salute the righteous heroes, the stone-cold villains, the dangerous anti-heroes, those outrageous stereotypes, the funky wardrobes, the killer soundtracks, and the all-around bad mother. Well,
We can say
You know the rest. Okay, the bad motherfuckers that we love to plaster up on our walls, on our TV screens, and on our movie screens. They aren't necessarily the best performances, according to the Academy. These are the people in the moments that made us point at the screen and say, damn, that's Blaxploitation.
Yeah, yeah.
But before we start handing out the citations, we've got to give some love to you cats listening and watching the show. When Nubius and I first started this thing, we had no idea whether anybody else wanted to hear two grown men debating the finer points of Blacula. Turns out you did.
There is some.
Yeah. We have subscribers now, more than the two we expected to have. Our top episodes this year came down to two serious contenders. Our runner-up with roughly 2,200 views was Superfly. Curtis Mayfield, Ron O'Neal, big hats, big cars, big coats, and one of the few movies where the soundtrack occasionally looks at the movie and says, don't worry, baby, I got this. But the episode with the most streams and the most total hours consumed is JD's Revenge. That's right. Go. Possession, murder, revenge, a pimp from the dead, and the great Glenn Turman going from mild-mannered college student to somebody better get that cat an exorcist. Because apparently, this is what our audience wants. And you know what?
We're going to give it to it.
All right, Nubius. Yeah, let's quit jiving. It's citation time, brother.
So who do you got? We're going to start with what?
Best male hero?
Best male hero. That's a tough, all of these is tough. I want y'all to know that we didn't pick these things at all. We went by how many views each episode got and comments that, for that certain category, that's who we're going to pick. So for best male hero, that could have been a lot of people. That could have been Shaft. That could have been JD from JD's Revenge. That could have been Blacula.
Absolutely.
I mean, all these guys were great in their roles. And so when we picked the ones that we
Black
thought
Belt
were...
Jones with Jim Kelly.
Oh, exactly. Black Belt Jones and Slaughter.
Oh, yeah, and Slaughter. Human fucking wrecking ball.
Exactly. There's so many out there. So we have to really just sit there and go by and use the logistics of what YouTube is telling us and what the fans are telling us that of views. And for the best male hero, I think we end up getting a winner. And that winner is, you tell them.
Da-da-da-da-da-da! John Shaft, played by Richard Roundtree. See, I can say Roundtree. Played by Richard Roundtree. Frickin' the coolest fucking cat ever to walk down 42nd Street in a turtleneck and a leather coat. And dig it, brothers, this cat got every woman in the joint, and these women do not need rescuing. In these movies, you're more likely to need them to rescue you.
Exactly. Shit, the women show up and they start throwing their panties off right away. In my opinion, though,
damn right.
If I was voting for best male actor as a hero, I was going for Truck Turner. I thought Truck Turner was a more well-rounded, well-written character than Shaft. Shaft was pretty two-dimensional. Shaft shot, and he fucked. He couldn't fight worth shit because he always got beat up. But he could fight, not too much. But fucking and being cool, that was the top of the game for him. But Truck Turner showed more range as he cared for the ladies that he was with. And that he was everything else. He was a fucker and a fighter. So he could do all that. But the people have spoken. And
absolutely,
Shaft was the one to get the nod. Congratulations to Richard Roundtree and John Shaft. So
runner-up, as you said, Truck Turner, Isaac Hayes, Bounty Hunter, Big Gun, Bigger Attitude. As we said, the women in most Shaft movies didn't need rescuing. They're the kind of women that would rescue you and I. But we can move over to the side a little bit and think on the best female hero, the ladies. And dig it, brothers, you got Friday Foster. Pam Grier is a photographer who can't take a damn picture without stumbling into political conspiracies, murder plots, and gunfire. Most photographers worry about lighting.
She worried about surviving.
Yeah, you got Sugar Hill.
Exactly.
Diana Sugar Hill. Marky Bay, when gangsters murder her man, Sugar doesn't call the police. She calls Baron Samadi and an army of zombies, and that, my friends, is what we call escalating the complaint to management. Who else we got in the female heroes?
We have a lot of different women. We have, for heroes, female heroes, you got, oh my God, my brain just shut off. That's why I said we're not, AI, because my brain shut off on this shit. But, we have people like, the
6'2", a
there you go.
6'2" federal agent.
And she's the one that just seems like the fans want it. And that was the one we going by the views. And she is so, you can't put her in a place. It's weird. She's sexy, yet she's feminine. And she's also like one not to fuck with. She's one of those women that you look at and go, Grace Jones stole a lot of her shit from her. And I think, that's without a fact. Yeah. And the winner of this is Cleopatra Jones. Wow.
Drug dealer smashing, fashion destroying. She doesn't walk into a room. She makes an entrance, and the citation for Cleopatra Jones is well-deserved. She was cool, capable.
She statuesque, like you said. Did she need any help from any of the Johnson brothers? Not really. If anything, they needed help from her. She was so well-written.
All the time.
And this is done in the 70s, and they're talking about all this, like, women are, they're passive, and you need to be saved, and they're nothing but eye candy, and she's none of that. She's eye candy because, in spite of herself, because she's wearing her real clothing that you said. She's wearing outfits that she owns, and she just owns the screen whenever she shows up. She's another thing that we talk about, colorism, where she's not the light-skinned Marky Bay, She's blacker than the ace of spades, but man, is she pretty. When she smiles, it literally melts you. You get stunned by her smile, and then you probably get punched in the fucking face and thrown out a window because she don't take no shit, man. But yeah, Cleopatra Jones wins Best Female Hero.
So heroes aside, we got to talk some villains, like best male villain. The low-down, dirty, no-good cats we absolutely love to hate. I say we got Blue in Truck Turner. Deacon Blue, he is dangerous, nasty. He's surrounded by enough hired muscle to start his own football league. The kind of dude, he walks into the room and immediately makes you check where the exits are. He had the freaking nerve to spit in Gator's dead face at the pimp funeral.
Gator was a bad motherfucker too. And you spitting in his face.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, we had a lot of great villains. Oh my God. Hell, before we even go any further, Dracula. I mean Dracula. That's in Blacula. He was a great villain. He done the role so much promise that he was probably on screen for maybe 6 minutes. Both of us wish we seen a fucking movie with that interpretation of Dracula, because this motherfucker he was suave in a way. He was fucking devious. Within a blink of an eye, he'd go from suave to devious, and he was animalistic. When he fucking went straight.
Yes.
Dracula, that motherfucker went straight Dracula. So, yeah. We can't forget about him. Who is the winner for best villain of the Blaxploitation Citation Awards?
We can't forget Morgan from
There he is.
Sugar Hill.
My God.
He's got all the moral character of a clogged sewer pipe. And he doesn't really enter a room. He arrives like somebody just announced, ladies and gentlemen, the biggest jive-ass turkey in Louisiana, Morgan. And with that, I think the award goes to our man, Count Yorga himself, Morgan
Morgan
from
was
Sugar Hill.
fantastic. I tell people all the time they need to watch this movie. I watch it, like I said, at least twice a year. And Sugar Hill is a good draw. She's gorgeous. But Morgan and his group of people, man, oh my God, they are the funniest racists you would ever watch, if that makes any sense. Because this motherfucker is a straight up racist. His team are a bunch of racists. He has a fucking guy named Fabulous, where the rapper got his name from. Fabulous. It was straight cooning in all these fucking movies. But it's so fucking funny. Their racism is so over the top, you can't help but laugh.
No, and somehow he thinks he's the coolest cat in the room.
Right.
He ain't.
And that's the best part. That's the best part. He thinks he is the shit. He thinks he can get Sugar Hill, in bed if he wanted to. He's got sexy ass Celeste right there fawning over everything he does, no matter how fucking diabolical and how mean he is to her. She still wants to be with him. So that's telling you this motherfucker's got the juice. Morgan's got the juice.
Oh,
and he
yeah.
also has the Blaxploitation Citation Award. Morgan is a great villain. Salute to Morgan.
Damn straight. Salute. And you know what? We obviously now have to move. We got to slide over to best female villain. In Sugar Hill, you got Mama Matrice. Ancient voodoo power, mysterious, commanding. When Mama Matrice looks at the supernatural, it's like it's just another tool in her kitchen drawer. Then you got Coffy. You got Jerry, cold-blooded, treacherous. We're moving towards my favorite.
Celeste is in there.
Oh, yeah. Celeste from Sugar Hill. Morgan's left hand can't keep her mouth shut. And I love her, and I love her ultimate comeuppance at the end of the movie, man.
She gets what's coming to her, because nobody drops an M-bomb better than Celeste. She could drop an M-bomb to me, and I wouldn't be offended. Because she's sexier than shit, and she's so fucking curvy, and she uses that Louisiana Southern accent. You almost go, you know what? You may not get the backside of my hand. Hey, almost. But who wins this award?
Well, I think that we have to bring up our final nomination, and that's Dorinda. Nichelle Nichols, Lieutenant Uhura and Truck Turner. Nichelle Nichols apparently looked at Lieutenant Uhura and said, "That was nice. Now let me play somebody really fucking mean." And the citation has got to go to Nichelle Nichols as Dorinda because she's vicious, she's profane, she's ruthless, and she's mad enough to make every cat in the room suddenly remember an appointment they have somewhere else right about now.
Right.
She went from hailing frequencies to raising hell. She's out of sight. Love her.
Dorinda's was a character that had what they use today. She had agency, not of just her body, but she had agency of all the hoes that was under her stable. She was reading them off like a fucking menu, like they were not even human beings. And she did it with a straight fucking face. Dorinda didn't take no shit. She wasn't scared of Blue. She wasn't scared of fucking Captain Pirate, Eye Patch Pimp. She wasn't scared of none of those guys. She wasn't scared of Truck. She wasn't scared of Truck Turner, who was going there killing all the above. She was not afraid of anything. And that was the thing that really made me stick with her, besides the fact that we know her, like you said, as the kindly Lieutenant Uhura with the sexy red suit, with the miniskirt riding all the way up there. Captain Kirk's chocolate fantasy, if you will. But, man, you would never realize the range Nichelle Nichols had until she plays Dorinda. She is totally opposite of that. And she was fucking scary. She was funny. She was sexy. Oh, my God. What more did you need from a villain? Again, the best villain. Thinks they're the hero. And this bitch thought she was hero in this film, man. And wow. hands down, Dorinda is the fucking champ of this, and she deserves to win this. Michelle Nichols, salute. You are the one to win this award, and it was well earned, and it's about time. Well due. Thank you.
Hey, if you haven't seen it, what you do right now is you go and you watch Truck Turner, because again, one of my favorite movies of all time. I cannot
And
recommend that enough to
I agree.
anyone. It just gets better and funnier and more touching every time, every single time. And with villains out of the way and heroes, what do we got next? Maybe anti-heroes?
Yes, sir.
What do you think? Best anti-hero. Who do you think? Give me your
Dude,
first nomination.
JD from JD's Revenge, when he is possessed by JD, the hero gets possessed by the anti-hero. And the anti-hero, you would think JD, the pimp, would be the villain. And you come to find out, he did some questionable things. He did some illegal things. He did some outright dirty things. But he was not the villain in this. The villain is somebody else in this movie, and we're not going to tell you who the villain is because we want you to go out and see this film and see it for yourself. Because when JD's spirit possesses Glenn Turman, it's for a reason, and it's a very potent, sad reason. And JD is, again, he's written as a villain, but also secretly written as a guy who, he had a reason for what he was doing. He's a perfect antithesis of the anti-hero. So I say JD. Who do you pick?
I agree. JD. I mean, these cats may save the day, but you don't go digging too deep into their resume. We also got to bring up Priest from Superfly. Youngblood is a drug dealer who realizes the game is going to kill him if he doesn't get out. He's smooth, smart, and that magnificent hair alone deserves a supporting actor billing.
Speaking of hair, you have some pussy just crawled across the back of your neck.
Oh, that is Faye. Hi, Faye. Faye is my 15-year-old rescue. She is a great kitty, and she's now way up at the top of the perch. They are everywhere here, as you know.
But yeah, Priest was a great anti-hero. He was just a guy that was in the game. He figured he was in the game too long. He wanted to get out of the game. And how do you get out of the game? Technically, you don't, but she's trying to get out of the game by going even harder in the game, if you will. But he, like you said, he didn't want to beat up women or slap women around or put them on the stroll. None of that. He was just a drug dealer, and he wanted to get out of the drug dealing business and move to Florida, which is weird because knowing that what we know about Florida. But yeah, he was a great anti-hero as well. The doctor from Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Black. What was his name? Dr.
Dr. Pride. Dr. Henry Pride.
Another great anti-hero. This was a guy who lived a life and as a young man, seeing all the debauchery and the ills that his mother was involved in, and she raised him. And when he got out of the game, when he grew up, went to college, became a scientist and a doctor and trying to produce all these new drugs to help prevent blood diseases like sickle cell and diabetes and all this other stuff. He was really trying to do something positive. Then shit happens. You know how it goes. Shit happens all the fucking time. He was a character that you cared for. And you really felt bad for her. At least I did, especially when you gave me the lowdown of the way it was filmed and how it was purposely filmed that way. But the acting was phenomenal.
Bernie Casey, always great.
Casey was on top of his game. I got tears in my eyes thinking about it. And I just felt so bad about he literally had to set himself up. So of all people, the white man to shoot him and kill him. But yeah, great anti-hero, but he wasn't the top one. Sadly, he wasn't. So who was the number one?
No, because
anti-hero?
You've also got one badass song sung by one badass Sweetback. Sweetback barely speaks. He just keeps moving. running from cops, authority, apparently every traditional Hollywood expectation of what a black lead character was supposed to be. And we can't forget Blacula, Mama Walde, African prince, transformed into a
Perfect.
vampire. We talked about Dracula as villain. William Marshall gives him such dignity and tragedy that somehow you're sitting there thinking, I'm on the vampire side in this one. And the citation,
Right.
I think, should go to the great William Marshall, Blacula, Prince Mamuwalde, tragic, regal, dangerous, romantic. The brother waited 200 years and still had better manners than most of the living people in the movie.
And he came back after 200 years to see the reincarnation of his wife. And he worked so hard to get her to understand that that is what she was. And when she finally accepted it, and he finally was going to go off into the sun, well, I wouldn't say the sunset, the moon set, that she was going to be his bride and she was going to be there, that he finally got her. The man shoots her and kills her. Kills her dead. And again, best line in any movie, I lived twice, only to lose you again. And I thought that was a great line. William Marshall, salute. This guy deserves the win. He's fucking everything. If I had somebody to read my obituary on audio form, it would be William Marshall. Followed by Samuel Jackson, because that motherfucker likes to cuss. That's just me.
Hell yeah, motherfucker. You know what? That out of the way, we need a best female anti-hero. These sisters, they don't necessarily follow the law, but they definitely follow their own code. And I think we go right back at the top here to our gal Sugar Hill, Marky Bay. Her boyfriend is murdered right in front of his club. Sugar vows revenge, summons the dead, and that's revenge with organization. We got Cleopatra Jones. She's a federal agent, yes, but she operates by one primary rule,
Her rule.
and that is just don't mess with Cleopatra Jones. Yes, but she's already won an award today. So I think I would probably be leaning towards the great, the magnificent, beautiful, the dangerous Pam Grier in Coffy, Nurse by day, one woman death squad by night. She goes undercover using shotguns, razor blades, pool cues, whatever else happens to be within arm's reach.
She went through everything. And wow, that was her breakout role for Pam Grier. And she is definitely deserving of winning this award because she made you just go, wow, there's more than her than just tits and ass. That's the bottom line. I can't say it no other way. I mean, tits and ass brought you to the table, but you sat there and you ate dessert to see that she could act. She was vulnerable. She was angry. She fucking cared. She was everything that the modern day anti-hero is today. I said to you before that she was the Punisher before the Punisher was the Punisher. And Death Wish with Charles Bronson. She's everything. She did it all before all these motherfuckers did. She deserves to win this, and it's a well-deserved win. But I want to give out a special fucking backup, a second place, to the great Gloria Hendry when she played Sydney in Black Belt Jones. Gloria Hendry was fucking awesome. She's another one of these great actresses that don't get enough love. And she did so many things and broke so many barriers. She was the very first black Bond girl. And a lot of people don't realize that. Sure, she was in a Bond movie with, what's that cocksucker's name? Roger Moore. Sean Connery would at least have sex with her. Roger Moore was scared of her. Sean Connery, though, had no fucking shame in his game. Gloria Hendry was she was the, as they say, she was the tits back in the day. But yeah, she was not Coffy. Yeah. Coffy was the beginning of something. And Pam Grier had a small career. She did some small parts in But this one nailed it for her. This one really put her on the map. And we salute the great, still with us, Pam Grier and Coffy for
And we
best
love her.
Black
We love her.
female anti-hero. Now
She
we got
puts on a spectacular outfit, loads a shotgun, delivers justice herself. She's one righteous sister.
yes, sir.
Best horror character?
There's a lot of good horror characters.
We got the aforementioned Dr. Henry Pride from Dr. Black and Mr. Hyde, the respected doctor whose experiment turns him into a monstrous fucking white guy. It's a blaxploitation spin on classic horror with a really strange transformation. Yeah, you can't forget the Blaxorcist, aka Abby, the movie
Abby,
they don't want you to watch. There's
Dude.
one surviving print, and if you find it, it's a bad VHS copy, and it's still great.
the acting is on top. Abby was the funniest thing about Abby, and I always stick to it because I know, we both did fucking indie films before, and it's like every other scene is like somebody is chopping up chicken or cooking chicken. And I'm telling you, that's the same fucking chicken in that whole fucking movie. Being chopped up in church, chopped up in Abby's house, fried in Abby's house, eaten in Abby's house. And dude, Abby was fucking ahead of it. I wouldn't say ahead of its time, but it gave Black folks who are very spiritual in their beliefs. And The Exorcist had already came out and fucked the world up. So then was like, okay, if this is fucking up a good white family, how could it fuck up a Black family? Showed that, and it showed it in a way where they used a lot of African belief systems and a lot of African religions. Totally different from The Exorcist. The only thing that's the same with The Exorcist is a female possessed by a demon. That is it. And Warner Brothers was like, that is a fucking enough. We're not going that route. But, dude, Abby was the shit. So Abby was the Black Exorcist.
Good movie.
Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Black was the Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, a spin on that. So, we even have Blackenstein, which we didn't see, which we didn't, we'll get to that movie eventually. I think the winner is hands down. I mean, this shit shouldn't be hard. Who's the winner?
William Marshall gets his second citation. He gave the character dignity, menace, tragedy. I can listen to him speak all fucking day.
William Marshall could read the Bible or the instructions on how to take a fucking enema, and I'm going to be interested in it because he, again, like you said, his diction. You met him at a diner and you seen him just reading out of a book and you were like fucking fascinated by it. William Marshall, for those who don't remember, was also on Pee Wee Herman's Playhouse on TV, but he was also
Let the cartoons begin.
That's right. He was also in Star Trek. He was very important in Star Trek lore. He is such a fucking well-rounded Shakespearean actor that makes you go, we as people, Black people, can be more. He could have played Blacula as camp and as goofy and, something to laugh at, which you had in this film. But then Blacula stood out because this dude took the shit serious. He wasn't playing fucking clowning around. He was taking this shit serious. And the way he rewritten the character as being a prince of an African country and trying to stop the slave trade, he was noble, not by birth. He was noble by his actions as well. And I think that's what makes William Marshall one of the greatest fucking horror icons ever, with the direction of William Crane, which was an awesome pick. Even the sequel, Blacula Scream, he wasn't out to fucking do vampire shit per se. But brother gotta eat. So people had to get bit or people wouldn't have took this thing as a vampire movie. He was there just trying to cure his curse to end his suffering. And I don't know, man. I think I would become a vampire for Vanetta McGee. Vanetta McGee was fucking gorgeous.
Oh, yeah.
And everybody in this film was fucking did a great job. Denise Nichols, You see her in everything. She played, Tina's sister Michelle. Everybody was sexy. Everybody was very attractive. And Blacula just walked in to the 70s with a fucking cape and a smile, and the world just stopped. He deserved this win. Best male horror character, definitely Blacula.
Are you ready? You ready for your favorite?
Oh, I'm ready.
Best white stereotype.
Hey,
Oh, baby.
There are so many of these in these movies, but you know if it's that many, and there's a number one of this group. I mean, we can go with the sergeant that was in the army, that Truck Turner and them had to break in there and beat the shit out of him.
Yep.
Dracula himself was a fucking racist.
The original white supremacist, Dracula. Corrupt racist cops. Generally, these characters are always sweating and they're yelling. They're one racial slur away from getting their ass kicked.
Yeah, the mob,
slimy businessmen.
The mob from Black Caesar, the whole mob was racist.
Yes, the whole mob from Black Caesar. Then you got the entire white cast of Sugar Hill, because collectively, they're possibly the greatest gathering of sweaty, loud, racist, polyester-covered jackasses that we've encountered so far.
All of them. We could not pick one person. All of them were bad.
Yeah,
but bad in a good way.
Oh my
they were
God.
so over the top racist and funny that you would say to yourself, if you were a black man and you lived in this film, really, I'm supposed to be afraid of this fucking dude? He's a goofball. But it is so fucking funny where they're beating up guys trying to sell bananas. They're trying to fucking get people to pay to have work off a boat. They're talking about, they're so fucking racist and they know everything, yet they're going to get in a cab with a strange black guy that takes them to a pig farm that's going to get fed to the pigs. And my favorite one was, I forget his name. I think his name was Joey. And Joey goes, I knew you liked that white meat.
I hope they eat trash.
And she's like, yeah, I love the white
stuff.
meat. And he slaps her after that, which makes no fucking sense. He slaps her, and next thing she knows, she's fucking doing the old chicken foot on his ass. And
it's hilarious. And don't forget the fucking racist cops and Candy Tangerine Man. Buck Flowers is in there, man.
Yeah, I mean, as bad as the racist cops and the Candy Tangerine Man was, they weren't even on. They didn't put their foot all the way down on the gas. But I think the winners put their foot all the way down on the gas. Who's the winner?
I think they did. It's the white cast of Sugar Hill. Who the hell else could it be? Congratulations, gentlemen. It took teamwork, but you made it.
Too fucking funny. All of them. Every last one of them. And they do it so well. You say to yourself, you think these actors were really racist? Because they just did it so well. Marky Bay just took it with a smile and a sexy wink. And then you had Baron Zamanzis, who was there in every scene that none of these motherfuckers even realized that this guy was fucking pulling the strings. Great fucking scenes. They deserve being the racists that they were.
Yes.
Just think, today they'd be working in the administration.
Oh yeah, they would. They'd have cabinet posts in our current administration. Oh man, which brings us now to the worst. Oh, Celeste is the press secretary.
Yeah, we are.
Man, so we got to slide over now to the worst black stereotype. This is a category. It does come with some affection because sometimes, I don't know. Wait, would you throw Sweetback in there? The hypersexual outlaw, barely talks, always running?
Yeah, you could do that. You could do that, most definitely. You could also throw King George in there from Coffy. Even though his fucking costumes were fucking
Oh,
immaculate, he could throw him in there.
I love King George. Dolemite. Fucking Rudy Ray Moore. Pimp. Comedian. Kung Fu master. I said that with a straight face. Poet, singer, crime fighter. Possibly the only man that could lose a fight to gravity and still declare himself the winner. I think the citation goes to Dolemite.
I was thinking Omar from Coffy as well, played by the great Sid Haig. But yeah,
Oh,
Dolemite is the worst black stereotype. And I say Sid Haig, and people are going to wonder, what? When I was a kid, I thought Sid Haig was black. He looked blacker than
yeah,
most
in that
of the
Women in
motherfuckers in every
Cages
film he was
movie, I
in.
thought he was.
I thought he
Yeah.
was black.
Hey guys, don't get it twisted. We love Dolemite, but Rudy Ray Moore found every stereotype available in 1975. He popped them in a blender, threw in
Some
some
polyester.
bad kung fu, adds a rhyme about your mama, and then he hits the puree button and pours it out, and that's his movie. Oh,
Yeah,
Dolemite.
yeah. Rudy Ray Moore again. He was one of those guys that took chicken shit and turned it into chicken salad. For that, he
Mhm.
should be just get his salute for that. Because he didn't have no money, he didn't have no talent, he didn't have no skill for this, and he made a fucking career out of it using his stand up and his love for kung fu, obviously. So, yeah. Was he doing bad black stereotypes? Yes, he was. But again, he wouldn't be Rudy Ray Moore without it. We wouldn't be talking about him if he wasn't as good as these shows are. I'm wiping tears off my eyes because it's so fucking funny. I can't stop laughing. I'm just thinking
And
of
he
all
had
those
heart.
all that crazy shit. Rudy Ray Moore was fucking bad motherfucker. But yeah, he was a black stereotype par excellence. And he deserves
And we will
this
have some
award.
more Rudy Ray Moore in the future. We have another Rudy Ray Moore movie queued up. We'll get there. Best soundtrack. Before we talk about best soundtracks, we had a few folks writing into us saying that we should nominate one of our songs that we do at the end. And for those of you folks out there that don't know, we write every lyric. We then do everything from strumming out the tune on a bass to poking it out on a keyboard. We feed it all into AI. And then like 100 frickin' mixes later, you get the song at the end. The song that seems to have gotten the most love from the past year is from our Abby episode. It's the song The Devil Came to Dance. In honor of folks loving that song, that'll be our song at the end of today's episode. I love that song. So we'll have that on at the end today. But
that was a
before we
great
drop
song
that needle
that we did that I thought was great. For me, my favorite one when I want to just when I'm in the car and I'm driving to work, my favorite song, and I picture the animation in my head is "Scream Blacula Scream." I love that song. My
Scream,
granddaughter,
Blacula, scream.
I showed her that, and she's looking at that going, "When did you run away from a vampire?" I'm like, "Yeah, me and Johnny Depp, we do that all the time."
Absolutely. At least once a month.
But there's a lot of songs,
But as for
like we were talking about, each move, we spoke about this maybe in episode 1, which makes a lot of blaxploitation films good. You got to have a really good hook for a theme song. And a lot of theme songs out there, man. Chuck Turner had a good theme song. Coffy had a good theme song
Blacula, the
with Roy
stock
Ayers.
walk.
Oh, Blacula is my favorite
Coffy.
instrumental of all time. And then, but you got to think of the song that won the Academy Award that makes you, it's ingrained in your brain. When you're walking in any street in New York City, that song is going to pop on and you're going to think you're this motherfucker. Who am I talking about?
I don't know, man. Who's the black private dick who's a sex machine to all the chicks?
Well, it ain't me.
Shaft.
You're damn
Man,
right.
the freaking song that changed film music forever. And there's a lot of great stuff. I mean, there's frickin' the Superfly soundtrack, possibly the greatest
The
soundtrack
greatest
of all
soundtrack
time.
of all time.
Chuck Turner is the epitome of the Blaxploitation sound. But again, I am with you on this one. Shaft, Isaac Hayes, come on. That opening hi-hat, that wah-wah guitar, the second it starts, somebody cool is about to walk across that screen. And the citation goes to Shaft. This isn't just a soundtrack. It's practically the national anthem of Blaxploitation.
I remember as a child watching the Academy Awards when Isaac Hayes did it live. And it had all these dancers and the orchestra was in the background. And then they wheeled Isaac Hayes out there on a fucking piano and he was wearing chains. And a lot of people were fucking upset about the chains, but he was wearing the chains in a positive note where, he broke the chains of slavery and the chains of the past and that he was going to take those chains and wear them as armor. And he did that song live. And it was fucking fantastic. A lot of people can't play live unless you're fucking, Goblin. Goblin can play it fucking live. Goblin is my jam.
Oh, yeah.
And
I love Goblin.
It just fucking... Isaac Hayes was the man with this. And he was the right guy at the right time. And for a guy who could not read or write music, this motherfucker turned it out. And I think he was like one of the first to throw strings and an orchestra backup for the accompaniment of a song. And everybody started doing it because it made it sound so good. And it's so good that same technique was used to form disco. And disco became a fucking thing because they used, the funk rhythms, the rhythm and blues rhythms, some rock riffs, and they used a lot of orchestra and strings. And that's what made Shaft so fucking good. And again, it's burned into your psyche. If you've seen Shaft just one time and you go to New York, you're going to be hearing that wah-wah pedal in the back of your head. Because I hear it all the fucking time. And yeah, it's so fucking pertinent and perfect. Yeah. Isaac Hayes, Shaft, it deserves to win on this list. Perfect fucking song.
It is. It is probably one of the greatest songs ever written, bar none. And we agree in this. We're not going to fight about it. But as long as we're talking about fighting, what was the best fucking fight? What was the best fight? We got to get down.
Fights. You got Dracula and his gang beating up Mama Walde. You had fucking Jim Kelly beating up fucking everybody, especially the cops in fucking Chicago. That was a great scene.
Cleopatra Jones fighting her way through the bad guys. Celeste versus Sugar Hill in the bar.
Celeste
with the bottles, the broken bottles.
Two women fighting like men, talking mad shit about each other. That was where the bartender is just handing off weapons and shit left, right, and center. Yeah, we had a lot of good fight scenes. Truck Turner and his partner fighting in the bar where he made the guys take their pants off.
Oh,
that was a fucking good one.
Yeah. Or the scene where they pull over and he beats the shit out of the loudmouth child rapist.
Yeah, the child rapist from the military, the sergeant. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. We had a lot of good fights. You have Cleopatra Jones, who fought like a fucking man. She didn't fight like a girl. She fought like a man who was beating the shit out of people. Then you had her in Casino of Gold where she teamed up with fucking the Run Shaw group where they were fucking doing karate and the shit out of people and doing kung fu with motorcycles, which was never done before. So yeah, we got a great array of great fights and great stunts, but to get close, mano, imano, fist to fist, yeah, female to female, I gotta give it to fucking Celeste and Sugar Hill.
Versus Sugar. Hallelujah. I mean, they're all winners, but the citation goes to Celeste versus Sugar. Messy, wild, mean, personal. You know what? It was exactly what we wanted. And as long as the women's took the fights, who gets the best fashion? I mean, ladies and gentlemen, funketeers and cool cats, prepare yourself for fabric. Shaft, leather coat, turtlenecks, street cool. Richard Roundtree looks like Manhattan personally issued him that wardrobe. Coffy. Pam Grier changes outfits every 7 minutes, and every damn one of them could stop traffic. Cleopatra Jones isn't wearing clothes. She's wearing events.
She's wearing
Furs,
art.
hats,
She is
capes,
literally wearing art.
boots,
She is,
colors,
from her
patterns.
clothing to her makeup to her headdress. She's always wearing a different fucking hat. And you're wondering, where does she get the time to change in this shit? And you go, you know what? Fuck it. Roll with it, because it is what it is. But yeah, man, Blaxploitation is known for a lot of things. And a lot of people hit on the negative, but we hitting on the positive. That we got people who are proud in their skin, proud of who they are, and proud of what they wear. Yeah.
So the winner for best fashion is got to be Cleopatra Jones, or you want to call it a tie? Coffy
I think
and
it's
Cleo.
a tie between Cleopatra Jones and Coffy. Because
I think
both
so.
of these chicks, they changed uniforms and costumes in every other scene. I think Coffy will edge out because she wore these uniforms for a reason, because she's trying to get in to find out the drug dealer who fucking murdered her sister. Whereas Cleopatra Jones just said, fuck it, I'm changing clothes. You're going, where does she pack all this shit? Mr. Roper didn't have all these clothes packed for her in this fucking movie. But every other scene, even the Chinese actress says, you wear such nice clothes. And she just smiles and gives her a wink and never explains how she got all this shit. But that's the allure. So all the outfits were fantastic. I say Grace Jones stole liberally definitely from Cleopatra Jones. But my goodness, Pam Grier looks good. You can put Pam Grier in a fucking paper bag with strategically cut out holes for her head and arms, or other places if you want. But she would make anything look sexy. But yeah, both of these sisters deserve this award. But I'm edging on Coffy. I think Coffy should win this one, hands down.
Okay. You got it. It is tough. Choosing between Pam Grier and Tamara Dotson.
That's
kind of stuff that could tear this
great
podcast
fucking
apart.
Fight to have, right?
Hell yeah. It's a battle
them
worth fighting, baby. Yeah.
So we got 2 awards left.
I'll take both.
We got 2 awards
we got
left.
Best Film. Best Film so far.
So far.
The Big Daddy Award. The Heavyweight Citation. The movie that stands above the rest so far. Because we watched some stone cold classics like Shaft, the movie that helped kick the door open,
Black
Coffy,
Caesar.
Pam Grier, Full Power, Black Caesar, one of the greatest crime films ever made, Truck Turner, Isaac Hayes hunting down pimps and blasting fools while the soundtrack funks up the neighborhood, Blacula, the horror movie that took what could have been a joke title and gave us a genuinely memorable, tragic monster. Superfly, stylish. Those guys were blades, complicated, backed by one of the greatest soundtracks ever recorded. But
I got to throw one in there. And I know sad that it did not make the list. Oh, because our lists are so good. My all-time favorite movie on this list. And I'm saying that now. Before I seen this film, Blacula was my tippity top. That was my fucking go-to. It is now the movie that you turned me on to that fucked my brain up so much that I watch it at least, I kid you not, once every 2 months. Putney Swoop is the fucking funniest fucking movie you will ever watch. If you can't watch this movie and you can't laugh at it, something is wrong with you. Because this movie is so...
man.
Dude, you're laughing just thinking about it. Putney Swope is so fucking funny, and it's so fucking ridiculous, and then you realize it was made in the fucking 60s, and it's so fucking poignant to today and our consumerism and the way we consume fucking media from Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, you name it. Putney Swope told you it was going to happen. And they did it with a fucking, not a wink and a smile, straight face, telling you this is going to happen. And everybody went ha, 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 and laughed about that shit. And here we are. We are doing a show
sir.
about Putney Swope, about what they talked about. Now we're doing it. So, yeah. Fucking Putney Swope.
I'll tell you what.
Fucking shit.
Putney Swope is the biggest surprise any of you will watch. Some of you may find it boring. Some of you may have your heads explode. But I think most of you are going to get the joke. And if we want to add a straight-laced movie that is possibly the best film of the last year, that everyone who's watched the episode has commented and been blown away, then you just got to take a little walk down to Harlem and get across 110th Street. This film didn't need kung fu or vampires or zombies. It didn't need Dolemite falling down a hill. It's just a damn good movie. Anthony Quinn is a fucking brute. Yaphet Kotto is brilliant. Anthony Francioso is a fucking psychopath. Hard streets, harder people, everybody desperate, trapped between cops, criminal, racism, money, survival, and then Bobby Womack comes in with that title song, baby. That's cinema. I say, first runner-up, Putney Swope, but for best film of the last year, I'm giving it to Across 110th Street. They take the citation.
I can't argue it. It's technically well directed, well shot. It was gritty and dirty. When you watch this film, you're going to think you're watching Homicide, Life on the Streets, just because Yaphet is in it. But it has a lot of law and order. You can't tell me these motherfuckers ain't watched this film and went, yeah, we need to copy that. You got Richard Ward playing fucking Doc Johnson with that date boy, that, you know what I'm talking about, that date boy. It was fucking fantastic. And there's no white hat, black hat type of deal. There's shades of gray in this film. There's these poor cops. Some of these cops just say, we got to settle for a win the way we get a win. If it means beating a motherfucker up that's innocent in a fucking cell, to finding the villain who is so fucking broken and it's so sad and he has such a bad story to tell and he's just trying to do the right thing by doing the wrong things because of society. Wow. Dude, this fucking movie hit me in ways that I didn't know it was going to hit me. Because I'm used to, like, you know, we're used to the jive talking soul brother type of shit. And again, we wouldn't be doing this podcast if we didn't dig that shit. But this was so fucking hard. This is back when Harlem was fucked up and the fucking, the Bronx was Fort Apache, the Bronx. And it was like the fucking end of the world there. You look at it and it looks like the world was coming to an end. Everything was crumbling down and everything was fucking broken. As well as the fucking infrastructure, as well as the fucking police and the fire department. People lived there, had no hope. They just were likely to make the next day. This fucking film, it was so sad, yet it had moments of you being uplifted, but they didn't take you too high. They took you just high enough to drop your ass back down. And it was such a fucking good movie. Barry Shear directed it. You know, it just with, like you said, the music from fucking Bobby Womack. Anybody, what kills me, they make blaxploitation as a negative type of deal. And we're trying to clean that up to make it, we're going to celebrate that shit. But when you put that, you can't just put this film in that category. This film is a drama. This film is a mafioso thriller. It was a detective film. It was a mystery. We didn't know, you know, it was fucking fantastic. I mean, it's not many fucking films you're going to see Antonio Fargas in where you're going to think, oh, it's going to be funny. Antonio Fargas was fucking deadly. And the shit that the mob was doing to the blacks and the blacks were doing to the mob, wow. Across 110th Street, I don't want to cross that motherfucking street. I'll stay right where the fuck I'm at. You know what I mean? Watch from a distance.
I agree. And well, there you have it, cool cats. The first annual Blaxploitation 101 Citation Awards. 1 year a whole lot of movie. Pimps, private detectives, vampires, zombies, kung fu, possessions, afros, shotguns, platform shoes, Cadillacs, enough polyester to create its own environmental disaster. And somehow, Nubius and I are still here.
We're still
And
here.
now you poor people can see us. Hey, listen,
We're
everybody
bugging.
who's listened, watched, subscribed, commented, shared an episode, argued with us, corrected us, or just wondered what the hell we were fucking talking about. Thank you. This show exists because you cats keep showing up to watch.
The more you show up, the more we'll
before
put
we
out.
split, got one last piece of business. One of our longtime listeners, Blaxploitation Fanatic, told us that for giving out citations, his favorite episode was Candy Tangerine Man. And again, he's the guy who asked that we please give it to the Devil Came to Dance song from our Abbey. So we're going to close the episode with that. I think Blaxploitation Fanatic, that cat's got taste. We're going to we're going to close the show tonight with a little supernatural funk. So once we say goodbye, I want you to dim the lights, move the furniture, hide the holy water, and whatever you do, don't let that devil near the
Get
dance
a bottle
floor.
of wine.
Oh, smoke them if
Smoke
you've got
'em
them.
if you got 'em.
Wait, I better not do that. Oh, man. And we're going to be back next time with the spook who sat by the door.
Don't be fooled by the name.
What can I tell you?
This is a very
it's a
poignant
revolutionary film.
It's very today. It's very today. We'll leave it at that. It's very today. And then, you know what? At the end of next week's show, we'll give you what we thought also would a lot of fans was like, who is the best pimp in these movies that we've seen so far? And I have a couple ideas, but we're going to throw them out there to the next show. You know, we'll throw them at the end. And again, like Johnny said, check us out. Check us out on Facebook, on YouTube, on Spotify. We're even on fucking Amazon. Go fucking figure that out. We're helping this rich cocksucker.
Oh.
Jeff Bezos. You know what I mean? We're doing all this shit, but we're doing it not for him. We're doing it for us.
We do it for you.
And we're doing it for you. So come back and join us. Same black time.
Same black channel. Peace.
Peace.
Now, brothers and sisters, when the spirit come knocking, you best know whose spirit it is. 'Cause every hallelujah ain't holy, and every dance ain't divine. Oh, 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 oh. Abby sang with the light in her eyes, sweet as Sunday morning skies. But love turned cold when the wind blew black. She heard the drums and they called her back. Mirror cracked, candles cried. That good girl gone electrified. Something wicked whispered low, baby, time to let that freedom show. Let it show. The devil came to dance in a soul tonight. Dance, dance, dance. Shook the church in a holy fright. Mercy, Lord. Choir kept singing. Organ caught fire. Love and lust on the same desire. Can't cast out what you let in deep. That spirit don't die, it just don't sleep. Bishop prayed till the floorboards broke, sweating out demons in a cloud of smoke. She laughed so loud the rafters fell. Said, God and I got secrets to tell. Cross turned sideways, light went dim. Faith and fear both fought for him. She's caught between salvation's flame and the body that won't call his name. The devil came to dance in a soul tonight. Turn that gospel groove to blind and light. In a voice line. Shouting hallelujah in a voice unkind. 'Cause heaven and hell been intertwined. Ooh, that spirit's got rhythm, that demon's got soul. Got soul. Got soul. Got soul. Ain't no can make love more. Not so, not so. Ain't no sermon can make it. Yeah, not so, not so. I'm chanting, can make love more. Morning break, she's on her knees, whispering prayers through the willow tree, somewhere deep where the soul gets hot. That old dark rhythm ain't forgot. So when you feel that fever in your praise, just make sure it's the Lord you raise. 'Cause every day oh,